Hi, dear friends and subscribers. Welcome to Cricket Happenings, and we are going to look at two matches. One is we are going to talk. I'm going to talk about the Pakistan versus England Test match series, which is going to start. And one is really eagerly awaiting that. That is going to be played at a neutral venue, United Arab Emirates, and that is going to be played in Dubai. And England, uh, and the other match that I would be looking at it would be the third one-day international, where Sri Lanka probably, getting a chance to actually, get a win under the belt to make the series interesting. If tomorrow South Africa wins, Sri Lanka would have lost this one-day series. So let's get on to the United Arab Emirates in Dubai, where Pakistan are going to take on England tomorrow. Well, it's going to be a good contest because England are on the top. There's no doubt about that. Pakistan have been delivering the goods. They have been just getting on there, and they have been doing everything. They have a good blend of batsmen, bowling. So I think it's going to be a tough series. The only advantage, even though England would be very very confident, looking at the way that they have played, they got acclimatized to the conditions, and they also had two victories under their belt in the warm-up matches against the ICC probable 11 and also the PCB 11. So England, well led by Andrew Strauss, the captain. So what is going to be interesting is definitely Pakistan. I have a slight feeling that Pakistan definitely have the edge because the conditions are more suited to them. United Arab Emirates is almost having weather something akin to the subcontinental conditions, so that might be helping Pakistan, and they have good knowledge of those conditions. So let's look at England. And England, well, I led by Andrew Strauss, the captain. He would be wanting to get lots of runs under his belt. Alistair Cook is coming on some, he has been some good nick, I would say. He got 76 the other day, the century too. Jonathan Trott was struggling, but slowly getting along very well. And well, Jonathan Trott is a great player, no doubt about that. Kevin Peterson to follow, one of those wonderful batsmen from England. Ian Bell was some injury scare, but he has been declared fit, so that's some good news for England. Ian Morgan is another very good player. He is slowly trying to establish himself as a test player now after being in the one-day arena for a lot of time. Matt Pryor, the wicket-keeper, who is a very good batsman. Apart from being the keeper, he is also a very good batsman. He can get some useful runs under his belt. And then the bowling. Now, bowling is the one which is going to be interesting. Stuart Broad, one has to really wait and watch and see how Stuart Broad really shapes up on these wickets, and I'm sure he would do well. James Anderson would be quite a handful according to me, because you will also have that reverse swing coming into the picture, and that's something that England have also perfected. We have James Anderson, and then Chris Tremlett comes in, the tall and gangling it, and what is good to see is, what would be interesting to see is how Chris Tremlett copes up, because this is this first stage as far as subcontinental conditions are concerned, one could say. So it would be very interesting to see how Chris Tremlett shapes up. And then Graham Swan, the wily right arm off spinner, who is their world class off spinner, no doubt about that. And let's look at the Pakistan team. Now, Pakistan team, as I said, they are coming in with lots of confidence. They have a very settled opening pair, which has been doing very well against Zimbabwe. They did well against the other team, which was, I feel it was, I'm not really getting it to it right now. They did very well there, and then probably Sri Lanka. And then Mohammad Hafiz and Tawfiq Amar have really, no, it was New Zealand, I suppose. Pakistan, Mohammad Hafiz and Tawfiq Amar, the openers, have really settled in. They've got a settled opening pair now. Tawfiq Amar is looking good. Mohammad Hafiz has become so consistent, and he has become like a permanent feature of this Pakistani setup. He also bats, bowls, and fields well, so that's very good for Pakistan. Azhar Ali is one of those very door batsmen. One drop comes in at one drop, and probably the future for Pakistan. Then we have the experienced hands, Yunus Khan, who is a very experienced campaigner. Misbah-ul Haq, the captain, who is a very cool customer, and he is having lots of success as a captain of Pakistan. Asad Shafiq is a very talented youngster who likes to get on with the game. Then Adnan Lakmal is the wicket keeper, and the bowling. Now the bowling comes. Let's talk about Saeed Ajmal. Now Saeed Ajmal has been doing very very well, as you know, and and I'm told that there is going to be a suspense which will be unveiled, and we will know what it is after the Dusra was invented. Now Saeed Ajmal is trying to perfect a new weapon called the Tisra, and one is really really eagerly looking forward to see what that Tisra is. The world is looking forward to see that. Whether Saeed Ajmal is able to unveil it in the first test remains to be seen. And then we have Umar Gul, who is a very very expert bowler, probably very specialist one day bowler. Test matches is probably something that Umar Gul has to really prove himself. Wahab Riaz, left arm spinner, swings the ball. He would be quite a handful according to me, because he also has well, Umar Gul will come handy when the reverse swing comes in the picture for sure, and Wahab Riaz would also be a good combination. And then they have Abdur Rahman, who is a very very experienced. I mean, now his age is not on his side, but he's a very very good bowler. He can really really frustrate the batsmen by not giving them runs, and making them play some false strokes. So we are looking out for a very very good match here. I'm told the pitch is going to be a perfect batting pitch, so one has to wait and watch whether runs are going to flow tomorrow at the Dubai cricket ground. It is going to be played at Dubai, so that's the first test tomorrow, which kicks off at Dubai. So that's the that ends my preview. And tomorrow we have another match coming up. This is the third one to international, where South Africa have been doing well, 2-0 lead in the series, and Sri Lanka has the last opportunity tomorrow to stop South Africa on their tracks. Well, if you are not going to do it, then probably it will be curtains for Sri Lanka. They would have lost the series there. And for Sri Lanka, what are they going to do? Tilakatne Dilshan there, they were all out 43, and then they made 236, but was not enough. So it is going to be very interesting to see how Sri Lanka do. Tilakatne Dilshan, the captain, has to lead from the front, no doubt about that. And then they have Upul Taranga, the opener. Kumar Sangakkara has to really come to the party. Kumar Sangakkara, Mahela Jayawardene have to get some big scores here. Dinesh Chandimal the other day made 92 in that losing effort, but he's a very very wonderful batsman. Angelo Matthews, the all-rounder. Then we have Tisra Pereira. Nuwan Kulashekara is the pace bowler, and they have Damika Prasad, who did very well the other day. Picked up 3 strikes. In fact, he picked up 3 wickets there. And then Lasith Malinga, the fiver, and one of those superb bowlers from Sri Lanka. But Lasith Malinga needs to have some support. Probably the support has to come from Damika Prasad for sure, and then probably Nuwan Kulashekara and Rangana Herath, the left arm spinner, is one of those very very good spinners who actually he's one who could also block the runs and also pick up the wickets. As far as South Africa is concerned, everything going for them. Things are really coming along. Graham Smith, Alvaro Peterson, Colin Ingram has been given a look in place of I think Jack Scalise is injured, so Colin Ingram gets a place. He will be coming one drop, and he has scored tons of runs in the South African domestic scene. A.B. de Villiers, captain, has been doing well as a captain and as a wicket keeper, and he has also been scoring runs. JP Duminy showed he was in some good form. In fact, he was the man of the match in the previous match. Faf du Plessis was impressive in his short knock, but he's another very good find for South Africa. And then we come on to the bowling. Lonwabo Sotsobe the other day showed, the first one-day match he showed what a good swing bowler he is. And then Mon Morkel has been doing well. Albie Morkel, the big hitter, and also the person is a bits and pieces player there. Robin Peterson, the spinner, and Dale Steyn or Van Philander, who is going to come, that's going to matter. This is going to be played at Bloemfontein, and tomorrow is the third one-day international between South Africa and Sri Lanka. So we have these 2 matches tomorrow coming up, dear fans, friends and subscribers. Try to give you a cricket update probably tomorrow when it all happens here at Dubai and at Bloemfontein in South Africa. And well, we are looking out for an interesting clash in Dubai for sure, because one is really looking forward, because I think that both the teams are absolutely evenly matched, and it's going to be a tight contest for sure. That's it from me, your host Ram, for the Cricket Happening show for today. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you.